What's that you say? More hot tech? All right, got some bangers for you. This is the 51 Sika, and I think you're going to like it. So 51 are an Irish brand. They've been making custom carbon frames for nearly a decade now, but this one is their first stock road frame. And there's a lot going on here, right? So as you can see, it's a very svelte looking bike, and actually the scales back that up. 690 grams for the frame. It's got their own proprietary bar and stem on there, integrated cables. It's got very much road geometry, so they tell me it's really nimble handling bike, but yet it's got tyre clearance for 40mm wide tyres, which is cool, isn't it? So this is no all-road bikes, no endurance bike, but this is what 51 say they think road bikes should be. What do you think? Industry 9, massive in mountain bike circles, perhaps lesser known in road and gravel, but this, their new all-road wheel set, has really jumped out, okay? So it's an addition to their existing Solix line for road and gravel bikes. 40mm deep, this one, 25mm wide internally, hooked, aero-optimised for 30 to 42mm wide tyres. 1,450 grams, I'm told. But the thing that gets me most excited is that free hub, okay? So you can see there's a handy cutout here. The pickup, the engagement is almost instantaneous. 0.59 degrees, they've said. You can see this drive ring's got 121 teeth, 5 pawls. Each pawl has 2 faces of engagement, and the noise... Oh, my God. Dreamy. Topeak have got a whole load of new products launching in 2024, but the ones that have jumped out for me is this new Nano series of multi-tools, right? So it's all very well having your super light bike and your super light shoes and whatever else, but what's the point if you put a massive saddlebag full of really heavy tools on? So these ones will shed a load of weight, okay? So you can see this one, the Nano 11, it's just 74 grams. They've done it by putting in an aluminium frame, and also these tools themselves are sort of slimmed down, if you like. As the name suggests, there are 11 tools on this one, including some Torx keys. So a 10, a 15, and a 25 for unscrewing or tightening my least favorite bolts. Anyway, now's not the time to rant about Torx keys. One thing that is particularly cool on this, right? Can you see the 5mm is black, rest of them are silver? And that's because they said that when you pair up the 5mm next to the flat-headed screwdriver, it actually makes an 8mm Allen key. How cool is that? Talk about weight saving. So you still got an 8mm on there, but you actually don't need a dedicated 8. Genius. Love it. Another new bit that's jumped out at me is this, the carbon shuttle cage, okay? So, brand new, 50% of it is made from recycled wind turbine blades. How cool is that? And then this, in its entirety, can also be recycled, which you can't often do with carbon, so that's great. I could just keep going all day. Shiny. This is the road gravel crank from 5Dev. It's made out of titanium. They were explaining, right? So they CNC machine the crank and then laser weld this backplate on. So the crank itself is hollow, meaning it's mega light, 450 grams, they're telling me. It's also got their new aero chainring on there, CNC machine from aluminium, this one. What a combo. You can fit this on a road bike or a gravel bike. You can even put it on a mountain bike if you want, because you can get different axle lengths to go with it. Either a SRAM dub compatible axle or a 30mm axle. That is amazing, isn't it? Who doesn't love a super bling crank? Clank? Crank. That's possibly the most satisfying freehab noise on the planet. Something a little bit different, but how nice is this? The brand new Pinarello Dogma XC. So this is the bike that Pinarello designed with and for Tom Pidcock. So he's been racing and winning on one for a year now, but we can now buy this. So it is available now. And it's a thing of beauty, right? Full-blown cross-country race rig. Full suspension, either 100mm at the front and 80 at the back, or 120 and 100 at the back. So stiff. We've actually got a video coming out on GCN very soon. I was allowed to borrow one Oh yeah. New from Time Pedals are the X Pro 12 SLs, which they're claiming are the lightest road pedals out there. So 259 grams, including cleats, which is an important thing to add in, it's got to be said. So that's kind of cool, good for weight weenies. Also, they've been given a bit of aero treatment as well. They spin on ceramic bearings, these ones. And also, for bike fitters, they come in 3 different axle lengths, so you can dial in your Q factor as well. Something that Connor touched on actually in a recent video. Often overlooked, actually really quite important. They've got a premium price tag. I think they're the lightest pedals in the world and possibly the priciest, $449, I think, from the top of my head. But anyway, there is a more affordable model further down, the X Pro 12 and the X Pro 10 as well. So all bases covered. We've stepped away from the melee of Sea Otter for just one moment to attend this rather elegant soiree laid on by Colnago with help from the local Ferrari Owners Club. There's a car there, right, that cost $1.2 million. Can't tell you much about it, but there are some amazing bikes here as well. Not only is the current Colnago range here, there's one of Tadej Pogacar's bikes, which is amazing, but there's also a collection of some of the limited edition Ferrari-Colnago collaboration bikes as well. There's one there, CF1 from the year 2000, that is just, oh, so good. Check it out. It's the most polarizing helmet in the whole of cycling, the Giro Aerohead. But, I mean, it's a fascinating bit of kit, right? So this is actually a 3D printed Jonas Vingegaard. Don't worry, he's not naked. You can actually see that he's wearing an undervest. But anyway, basically Giro said they went and scanned him and Wout van Aert at a training camp many moons ago, and then they refined this new Aerohead so that it worked perfectly. It was basically the most optimal design of helmet they could get to work with those two riders. And what's particularly different about this new school helmet is it works with a new school time trial position, so much higher hands, much more tucked in head. And the innovative bit is like the nose cone, if you like. Super duper cool. Can I just say, actually, I have taken the liberty of measuring Jonas Vingegaard's biceps. And they're actually, they're bigger than mine. I've stolen it off Jonas and brought it outside so you can see the inside of it. It's a work of art. Look at the internal architecture. Like those kind of like polystyrene ribs in there. I've got to say, it's not often that I look at a bike helmet and have to think twice about which way round to put it on. But probably enough now. Now, it's all very well having a super bling bike with super bling tech, but you've got to hang on to it, right? Which is why we've stopped off at security company Hiplok. A couple of years ago, they launched this, right? Which was, they say, the first angle grinding busting lock. So as well as all of their usual security features, they changed the material of the lock, which means that apparently it's basically indestructible to an angle grinder, which is unfortunately one of the most common ways thieves will bust your D-lock, right? So new for the show here, they've got a longer version, which is very good, and also a wall anchor as well, because as they say, your security system is only as strong as the weakest point. So there's no point having a standard wall anchor if you've then got your angle grinding, busting lock, because the thieves will just go through this bit. So anyway, there you go. They've got like the full system now. That's a wrap from Sea Otter. I've got a plane to catch. Literally, remember to subscribe to GCNTech if you enjoy this kind of content, because there's always loads more hot tech coming. And please give this video a like as well, just to let us know that you've liked it.